congratulations on your wedding to James, yes?
That's right, yeah.
Enjoy the wedding, but it's more about the marriage. Have a wonderful, beautiful marriage and a lifetime of love. Sending you all the love in the world. That's awesome. Happy wedding day.
Greetings to everyone watching from every corner of the world, and a huge welcome to everyone who loves genuine stories about kindness, love, and real human connection. Today, we are talking about a beautiful Meghan Sussex moment that touched many hearts because it was simple, graceful, and full of wisdom. During her visit to Australia with Prince Harry, Meghan took time out of a busy schedule to record a heartfelt message for a bride named Ellie while standing beside Ellie's father. The moment reportedly happened during Meghan and Harry's visit to Bondi Beach in Sydney, where they were meeting community members, first responders, and people connected to the area. Even in the middle of an official visit, Meghan paused to make someone else's special day even more memorable. That tells you a lot about who she is. Some people with status rush through public appearances and think only about schedules, cameras, and headlines. But Meghan has often shown that she values personal connection. She understands that small gestures can mean everything to ordinary families. In the video, Meghan looked into the camera warmly and said, "Ellie, I'm here with your dad. I just want to say congratulations on your wedding today. Enjoy the wedding, but it's more about the marriage. Have a wonderful, beautiful marriage and a lifetime of love." Then she added another sweet line praising Ellie's father and sending love. Those words may sound short, but they carried real depth. Meghan did not focus on the dress, the flowers, the party, or the glamour of the event. Instead, she focused on what truly matters after the music stops and the guests go home. She reminded Ellie that the wedding is only the beginning, while marriage is the true journey. That is advice rooted in maturity and experience. In today's world, weddings are often treated like giant productions. People can become stressed over decorations, guest lists, seating plans, photographs, outfits, and appearances. Social media has made it even worse because many couples feel pressure to create a picture-perfect event. But Meghan's message cut through all of that noise with one honest truth. The marriage matters more than the wedding. That statement is powerful because it redirects attention from performance to partnership. It reminds couples that one magical day is lovely, but what matters most is how they live together afterward. Will they communicate with honesty? Will they support one another in difficult times? Will they laugh together, forgive each other, and continue growing side by side? Those are the real questions of marriage. Meghan's words felt especially meaningful because they came from someone who has lived through enormous pressure in her own marriage. Meghan and Prince Harry have spent years under intense public scrutiny. Their relationship has been judged, discussed, criticized, and analyzed more than most couples could ever imagine. Yet through all of that, they have continued to stand together. They built a new life focused on family, peace, service, and protecting their well-being. That kind of resilience does not happen without a strong bond. So when Meghan tells Ellie to focus on the marriage, she is not speaking from fantasy, she is speaking from experience. She understands that real love is tested when life gets difficult. She knows marriage is not just romance in easy moments, it is loyalty in hard moments. It is choosing each other again and again when outside pressure tries to interfere. That is why many people found this clip so touching. Meghan was not trying to sound clever or dramatic. She was being sincere. She saw a bride beginning a new chapter and wanted to offer something valuable. In a culture obsessed with surfaces, Meghan spoke about substance. In a world chasing viral moments, Meghan spoke about a lifetime of love. That is why the message resonated so strongly. It felt real. It felt human. It felt like wisdom from someone who wants others to succeed. Many people watching the clip likely smiled because they recognized the truth immediately. Weddings are wonderful celebrations, but marriage is where the deeper beauty lives. Meghan's message to Ellie was not just about one couple, it was a reminder to everyone listening that lasting happiness is built day by day through kindness, patience, trust, and shared purpose. That kind of advice never goes out of style. What makes this moment even more powerful is that Meghan herself appears to value marriage deeply. As she and Prince Harry approach another wedding anniversary, many supporters point to the connection they continue to show one another. Over the years, the world has seen them laugh together, comfort one another, work together, and defend each other when needed. They often seem less like two people performing for cameras and more like genuine partners navigating life side by side. That matters because marriage is strongest when friendship sits at the center. Romance can create sparks, but friendship helps sustain the fire over time. Meghan's words to Ellie reflected that understanding. She did not speak about fantasy. She spoke about foundations. Prince Harry has often praised Meghan publicly, describing her strength, intelligence, and compassion. Meghan has also spoken warmly about Harry as a loving husband and devoted father. Their words about each other suggest mutual admiration, and that is one of the healthiest signs in any relationship. Successful marriages often include respect as much as affection. You can love someone deeply, but if respect is missing, cracks begin to form. Meghan's message hinted at a more mature understanding of love, the kind rooted in values, not just emotions. She wished Ellie a wonderful, beautiful marriage and a lifetime of love. Notice that she did not say a lifetime of excitement or a lifetime of perfection. She said a lifetime of love. Love includes joy, but it also includes patience, forgiveness, compromise, sacrifice, and consistency. It includes choosing kindness when tired, choosing understanding during disagreements, and choosing unity when life becomes stressful. Those are the everyday actions that create beautiful marriages. Meghan's own life likely taught her that truth. She entered one of the most scrutinized institutions in the world and later stepped away with Harry to build a more independent future. That journey required courage, trust, and teamwork. Couples who could not communicate or rely on each other would struggle under that level of pressure. Yet Harry and Meghan continued forward together. They created a home life centered around their children and pursued projects aligned with their beliefs. Whether one agrees with every public decision or not, their commitment to carving out a life together is clear. That is why Meghan's advice to Ellie carries weight. She understands that marriage sometimes requires bravery. Sometimes it means protecting your peace. Sometimes it means setting boundaries. Sometimes it means ignoring outside voices and focusing on the promises made between two people. Many couples face smaller versions of the same challenge. Family expectations, financial stress, work pressures, misunderstandings, and outside opinions can all place strain on relationships. Meghan's message gently reminds couples to keep their eyes on what matters most, the bond itself. There was also something lovely about Meghan making time for Ellie while on a public trip. It showed generosity. She did not need to stop and film a personal message. She could have simply smiled and moved on. Instead, she chose to create a memory for a stranger's wedding day. That says something meaningful about empathy. Meghan often receives loud criticism, yet moments like this show another side entirely, a woman willing to brighten someone else's milestone with a few thoughtful words. It is easy to criticize from afar. It takes character to uplift others in real time. Ellie and her family will likely remember that moment for years. Imagine being a bride on your wedding day and receiving a heartfelt blessing from someone admired around the world. But beyond the celebrity element, the real gift was the wisdom itself. Long after flowers wilt and trends change, wise words remain useful. Meghan offered advice that can guide Ellie not just for one day, but for decades. That is far more valuable than a glamorous photo opportunity. In many ways, Meghan's message was refreshing because it challenged modern priorities. Society often rewards appearances. It praises expensive ceremonies, dramatic proposals, and curated online romance. But true love is quieter than that. It lives in ordinary mornings, shared responsibilities, difficult conversations, inside jokes, patient listening, and choosing to stay kind when life is messy. Meghan's comment recognized that truth beautifully. She acknowledged the wedding day joy while steering attention toward the years ahead. That balance is the voice of someone who understands what really lasts. The reason this Bondi Beach moment continues to resonate is because it revealed Meghan Sussex at her most relatable, not as a headline, not as a target of endless commentary, not as a symbol for people's arguments, but as a woman offering caring advice to another woman beginning married life. That humanity matters. Public figures are often reduced to caricatures, yet small, unscripted moments can reveal character more clearly than long interviews ever could. Meghan's instinct was not to make the moment about herself. It was to celebrate Ellie, praise her father, and wish the couple well. That is a sign of emotional generosity. Her phrase, "enjoy the wedding, but it's more about the marriage," may become one of those timeless lines people repeat because it contains so much truth in so few words. It respects celebration without idolizing it. It values joy without losing perspective. It encourages romance while grounding it in reality. That is the balance many couples need. Weddings mark beginnings, but marriages are built in the days after beginnings. They are built when routines settle in, when bills arrive, when plans change, when stress appears, when health fluctuates, when misunderstandings happen, and when life becomes less cinematic and more real. In those moments, character matters more than choreography. Patience matters more than petals. Loyalty matters more than luxury. Meghan's advice pointed directly toward that deeper reality. It also reflects something many supporters admire about Meghan and Harry, their determination to choose each other publicly and privately despite intense scrutiny. They have faced waves of criticism that would place strain on any relationship, yet they continue to appear committed to their family and future. That does not mean they are perfect, because no couple is. It means they seem willing to do the work required to protect their partnership, and that is exactly what marriage asks for: work, care, humility, and consistency. Too many people speak of marriage only in fairy tale language. Meghan spoke of it with grounded hope. She did not dismiss romance, she simply elevated commitment above spectacle. That is wisdom many older couples would likely agree with after years together. Ask those married for decades what mattered most, and many will mention friendship, trust, patience, teamwork, humor, and endurance. Meghan captured that spirit in a few seconds. For Ellie, the message may become sweeter with time. On the wedding day, it was lovely advice. 5 years later, it may feel profound. 10 years later, it may feel even wiser. That is the beauty of truth. It grows clearer as life unfolds. Meghan's blessing of a lifetime of love was especially elegant because it looked far beyond one event. It imagined anniversaries, shared memories, challenges overcome, children perhaps, travels taken, quiet evenings, recovered arguments, laughter after tears, and all the ordinary miracles that make a shared life meaningful. It was a blessing for the long road, not just the first step. There is also something powerful in seeing a woman who has endured public attacks still choosing kindness. Some people become bitter after criticism. Meghan, at least in this moment, chose warmth. She used her voice to encourage rather than diminish. That deserves recognition. Kindness is not weakness. Often it is strength under control. By lifting Ellie on her special day, Meghan demonstrated confidence, empathy, and grace. So congratulations to Ellie and her new husband, and credit to Meghan Sussex for offering one of the best wedding messages any couple could hear. Enjoy the celebration, treasure the memories, but remember the real masterpiece is what you build afterward together. That lesson applies everywhere. In grand halls, small gardens, city offices, beaches, churches, and family homes. Love is not measured by the size of the ceremony. It is measured by the quality of the commitment. Meghan understood that, and she expressed it beautifully. In the end, this was more than a viral clip. It was a reminder that sincerity still cuts through noise, wisdom still matters, and marriage at its best remains one of life's greatest partnerships. Meghan's short message to Ellie carried elegance, warmth, and truth. And honestly, that is why people are still talking about it.